Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for two, and this is sort of a wrap up of my week. I'll tell you guys about things that I've been doing. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you guys for like over a week. So the first thing I want to tell you guys about is a new class that I'm taking, and this class is a rumba class. Rumba is a type of sort of Latin ballroom dancing, and you might ask, why am I taking this? And I guess maybe you guys know this about me though. I am a big dancer. I love dancing. And I've done every, type of dance, everything from classical ballet to club dancing. Um, and so this is like another thing that I haven't done before, but is kind of interesting and exciting. So my head teacher was, telling me like she takes this class and that I should definitely come. I'll love it. And so she told me it was rumba, and I was like, okay, I picture like 70-year-old women doing rumba, or couples, and it really is that. Something about it is really wonderful and exciting to learn and fun. And for someone like me who has seen every dance movie that has ever come out, and everything from Dirty Dancing to like, just the most random movies you can imagine, from Flashdance and all of those things, I've seen everything. So it's exciting for me to learn partner dancing. I would say it's really different from other types of dancing that I've done before. From ballet, the turnout is entirely different. Instead of walking like gracefully, it's like a regular walk. And that's my teacher's first comment. He was like, "You can't walk." He's like, "You like constantly point your feet when you walk." And I'm like, "I was a ballet dancer," so I have to unlearn certain things. And my traditional dance class that I do on Tuesdays, it's very similar to ballet, so it's easy for me to pick up all of those steps. But this is definitely different, and the partner aspect of it is really interesting to me, because I've never really had to think about someone else while dancing like that. This kind of style. It's not like club dancing. It's like, literally waltzing type style. So it's very different, and I think it's kind of funny, like the older men who do the dancing, I think they're like husbands or whatever. We sort of do like partner time. There's 6 women and 4 men, so usually 2 people are sort of 2 women are solo for a while, and then like the partners keep switching. So it's fun. It's just funny. It's like these old men, and they come over and they can't speak English, so they're afraid of me to begin with, and then they're like doing the dance, and I basically learned all the steps that took them 3 months to learn in one class, and I made like one, like, I don't know, I stepped back and I step forward, and then I was like, no! So it's funny because what I've noticed is the style of dancing, like, I've always been, in ballet, precision is very important, but I would say this class is extremely, extremely precision-based, and they're extremely worried about every step and how perfect it is and where you're hitting. And it's funny to me because they're not even like, they're not doing this in competition, it's just fun. So I would say that that's one thing I've noticed that's different in this kind of class, is that they're not really, even though it's a class for just for enjoyment, I don't feel like the other people are enjoying it as much as I am, because I'm just having fun and I'm like, oh, I can do some grandiose gesture, but I think they're really concerned about getting it perfect. Yeah, but me, I'm just like, okay, I can shake my hips and have fun. So I think that it's definitely a different style class, but I think it's fun. It's something I really want to keep doing, so I'll keep you guys posted about that. Um, then another thing that I've been doing is preparing for next year. So I'm going to be staying here obviously another year. But the hard thing about that is the renewal process was easy, like getting my school to re-sign me. But getting all of the visa and medical checks and all that stuff is sort of a bit of a headache. Um, so what I just did today was the medical checkup. I have the little bruise to prove it. So the medical check, the reason I think it's a little bit confusing, things like this, is that, on a SMOE board or on the head, there isn't necessarily like, one simple way to say like you need this, this, and this, and go to this place and this place. So there is a bit of confusion also if your school has never assigned someone before, because, the person in charge doesn't really know what they're doing. So the good thing about it, and if you are here or if you're coming here, make a group on Facebook or make a group with like your peers so that you can sort of share information. That's what we did. So we got everything done basically like on our own. And what I would say is on our own because, once one person knew something, they told everyone else, and then we all got it from our schools. But I don't think we would have had that information had that person not told us, because sort of the breakdown of information is really different in every school. So I'm happy that we sort of share information that way. But today we went to a hospital it's near Korea University, so it's on line 6. and it's funny because we were probably the only foreigners they'd seen in a very long time, and 4 of us walk in at once, and they're like, "Oh my God," they're shocked. The nurses, I would say, were the sweetest women I've ever met. They were so kind, so helpful, even with the language barrier. And things like this, like my Korean, even though I speak well for everyday things, those kind of vocabulary is really difficult, medical vocabulary. So most sheets were in English, some things weren't, so it's a little tricky. But it was super fast. They got everything done. We got full body checks, so everything from like blood pressure, weight, height, things like that, to an X-ray, dental check, blood, urine, all of those sorts of things. So you require like those like drug tests, HIV tests, and stuff like that as part of the renewal process. So we did it. It was very, very quick, and the whole cost at that place was $20, so it was really reasonable. Some of my friends were spending up to $100 for their medical checks. So I would say that definitely look around at different hospitals, call different places and see how much it is, because $20 is a lot better than $100. So we were happy with that in the end. And honestly, if I hadn't had the paper that my friend told me about the last minute, I would have had to pay $100. So that information from your friends is really, really important. So make a good network when you come here. Another thing that happened yesterday, we went to Miso, which was a performance at Chonggang Theater in near City Hall. It's right by the Seoul Museum, Art Museum, and it's a really cool. The performance I think is like $60 normally, but for foreigners, a lot of things we get benefits. We get to go to special performances. So the performance is cool. It's sort of a live. It's a Joseon period, so it's like a historical drama. It's dancing and pansori singing, which is sort of the really heavy throat singing that the singers do. That's really, really beautiful. I love it. It's so dramatic. It's like opera, and so I really like that style. I think it's fun just to go see, and it was romantic and funny, and there's a lot of interesting moments, and I think things like that are just great. If you have the opportunity to see anything like that, just do it. You should definitely do it while you're here, because you won't be able to do something like that when you're back home. So that was a really fun experience. So that's basically, what's been going on this past week. But I've had a lot of just like busy nights with coworker dinners and things like that. I don't know, it's been a really fun week and very, very busy. So I'll make a, weekly video for you guys. And tonight I'm going dancing, so I'm happy for that. Happy to be dancing as always. So it's been a long week. And next week I'm going to Daejeon, which is exciting because I haven't been Daejeon since orientation. So it's been almost a year. So it's definitely time to head back. Bye guys.